Esteemed dear Shivadin Jovanovic, esteemed organizers, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and great pleasure for me on behalf of our newspaper ZEIT FRAGEN, in English Current Concerns, in French Horizon et Débat, to convey to you the best wishes and greetings for this conference and commemoration of the 20th anniversary of the NATO aggression against the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. It was on the occasion of the events for the 10th anniversary, 2009, that I got to know Shivadin Jovanovic. Our newspaper had always condemned the NATO war as well as all other wars before and after 1999 and critically questioned the reporting on it. Conflicts have to be solved at the negotiation table. Solutions must respect international law and the right of peoples to self-determination enshrined in international covenants and as well as the human rights of the populations concerned. It was also our concern to draw attention to the war crimes committed in all these wars with the use of weapons which, in addition to immediate devastation, also destroy or impair the lives of the people affected in the long term. It was therefore a pleasure to meet Shivadin Jovanovic personally at the 2009 conference. His attitude to war and peace, his profoundly democratic, his profoundly democratic conviction of the equality of the people, which is not only reflected in the name of the Belgrade Forum for a World of Equals, which he founded, but which is also perceptibly expressed in his whole attitude, have led to an exchange which has not been broken off since then. It is this basic human attitude, as well as the intellectual resistance against the unreasonable twists of propaganda in the service of power, and his tireless commitment in the service of the Serbian people, which we appreciate so much from ZEIT FRAGEN in the cooperation with Shivadin Jovanovic. One wished for such acting or former foreign ministers for other countries too. The motto of the conference, NATO aggression, never to forget, is the task of humanity in the service of peace. We owe it to the victims, present and future generations, but also to the truth and our human conscience, that we do not forget what has done to the people with war, with all wars, but also with the aggression against the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, the first war on European soil against a sovereign state after the never again of the two world wars and all the further wars before and since. As in all wars, before this war too, propaganda and manipulation tried to mislead our thinking and numb our consciences. In the name of human rights, the most fundamental rights of the people in this country have been disregarded and trampled underfoot. International law, UN Charter, international agreements, everything was ignored in the service of the power interests of a so-called New World Order. Anyone who, as a human being, doesn't want to let his thinking be taken away and wants to orient himself not only to the narratives, but to facts and sources, know now about the lies which this war too was, with which this war too was drummed. We therefore also appreciate the efforts of the organizers of this conference to repeatedly compile such facts and connections and to make them public. At the beginning of human action stands his feeling and thinking, verifiable information and a reflection on what has been done to fellow human beings, in Serbia, for example, and what will be done further on with the long-term consequences are an essential contribution so that one day human conscience and reasonable actions will prevail. In this world of manipulation and propaganda, we urgently need to build up direct relationships where credibility can develop and reliable information, otherwise shut down, can be shared. All this in mind, I think this conference was already a success in strengthening and supporting our efforts towards a more peaceful and just world. And I will thank the organizers very much for the opportunity you gave to us. Thank you.